Again, coordinate geometry of the circle. The line segment joining A with the coordinate -2, 1, and B with the coordinate 2, -1 is the diameter of a circle. Find the center of the circle, construct the circle, calculate the radius of the circle, write down the equation of the circle. Now, we have been given 2 points, the coordinate of 2 points. And they say they are the 2 points, joining the 2 points is the diameter of the circle. But what is a diameter? This is a circle. The center is there. If the center is there, the radius is this, and the radius is also from here to there, here to there, but the distance here to there is the diameter. Diameter is twice the radius. So radius multiplied by 2, you get the diameter. Or if you have the diameter, you divide the diameter by 2, you get the radius. Now, find the center of the circle. We are going to find the center of the circle. How to find the center of the circle? We have the formula in our logbook. We have the formula. The formula is x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. This formula gives the center, okay? The center, the middle, if you have 1 point there, 1 point here, 1 point there, 1 point here, 1 point there. Now the point that is the middle between the 2 points, so the formula gave the coordinate of the midpoint. Okay, we call it midpoint. So the formula, this formula is the formula of the midpoint. So they gave the coordinate of the point that is halfway between the 2 points. I repeat, this formula, it is in your logbook. It gives the coordinate of the point that is halfway between 2 points. So if we consider this with the coordinate x1 and y1, this with the coordinate x2, y2. So this formula, that means if you add the x value of this point plus the x value, the other point, and you divide it by 2, you get the x of this point here, the mid value x, and then if you add y value of this point and the y value of this point, you add and then you divide by 2, you get the mid value of y that we have there. So now it is what we are going to do. Here find the center of the circle. The center of the circle, we do, as I say, the formula is there. So this is x1, and this is y1. This is x2, and this is y2. Now, I'm going to add them. The formula say x1 plus x2. Look, x1 is there, minus 2 plus 2 divided by 2. So minus 2 plus 2 divided by 2. So x1 plus x2 divided by 2. Minus 2 plus 2 divided by 2. And then 1 plus 1 plus minus 1 divided by 2. Plus minus will give what? Minus. So now we are going to have here 1 minus 1 divided by 2. So minus 2 plus 2 will give what? 0. 0 divided by 2 is what? 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0. So we got the coordinate of the center. The center has the coordinate 0, 0. Okay? So the center, I repeat, the center is the midpoint between this point and that point there. We have the center. Okay, I'm going to write here. We got it. So answer, I'm going to write answer. Our answer is 0, 0. Okay. Now construct the circle. Next point is to construct the circle. Before constructing the center, the circle, we need to know the radius. We need to know the radius. Okay? We need to know the radius. So the radius, how to get the radius? Here again, we need to get the distance between 2 points. So the distance between the center and the point A, or the distance between the center and the point B. Another way is also to get the distance between the 2 points, and then you divide by 2. Yes, this is another way. So you get the distance AB, and then you divide by 2. Okay, let us do that this way. So the length of the diameter, length of the diameter will be x2 take away x1 squared, y2 take away y1 squared. This will give the length of the diameter. If you get the length of the diameter, then we divide by 2 to get the radius. So x2 is what? Is there. x1 is there. So we are going to write what? We are going to write here x2 is 2 minus 2 squared plus minus 1 here squared. Minus we give plus. You know that. So we are going to write here plus. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 squared we give what? 16. So 16 here, and over there we are going to have minus 2 squared we give 4. So I'm going to write 16 and 4. 16, 4. This we give the square root of 20. The square root of 20. What is the square root of 20? What is the square root of 20? The square root of 20 is what? The square root of 20 is 2 square root of 5. Square root of 20 is 2 square root of 5. This is the length of the diameter. We got the length of the diameter. Now to get the radius, we divide this by 2. We have this. So radius will be 2 square root of 5 divided by 2, and this will give square root of 5. So we have the radius. So we did here, answer radius is square root of 5. Square root of 5. Now, square root of 5. Now, write down the equation of the circle. The equation of the circle, because it has the coordinate 0, 0, equation of the circle will be x squared plus y squared, and then square root of 5 squared. Square root of 5 squared, this we give what? We give x squared plus y squared is equal to 5. And finished. So we have, this is the equation of the circle. But I can now construct the circle. That was part 2. I skipped part 2. I did part 1, part 3, and part 4. I can now do part 2. Okay, part 2. But I skipped this because I didn't have enough place, enough room on my board. But when you are using your graph paper, the graph paper, for example, you can just draw the axis. You draw your axis, you label, and then you construct the circle. It will be much easier with the coordinate. Okay. Now, I can construct now if now I wipe out so that I can get enough place to now. The square root, we know that the radius our radius was the square root of 5. Square root of 5 is what? Square root of 5. So square root of 5 is 2.24. Now, I'm going to use my t-square. So I get I go to use 20 centimeter. So instead of 2 centimeter there, I'm going to use 22 centimeter. Okay, I'm going to use 22 centimeter so that you can see properly. Now, 22 centimeter. So I have there y, x, and if I measure 22 centimeter, is nearly there. Okay, if I measure, it's there. Now, 22 centimeter. So I have it like that. Okay, so my circle is there. I have my circle is there. So we finish here and we will continue later on. Thank you for following us.